Alright. Hey, what's up guys? Chelsea, welcome back to more Fate Grand Order, Olympus, the interstellar mountainous city. Last time we defeated Aphrodite with the power of a giant mecha with Sakataki Toki's noble phantasm inside. I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. I don't know what's happening at this point. And then we encountered the DIOSCURI and escaped by the skin of our teeth. And now we were within Hephaestus's Hephaestus Prometheus, or Prometheus Hephaestus. I don't remember which way around he had it, but and he, as well as Europa, are actually the collaborators for the God Destroyer Alliance, which makes sense. It's kind of funny how last time I called Europa but not Hephaestus. I was like, it's Europa, isn't it? She's the collaborator. And then Hephaestus didn't even cross my mind. Because again, I just took what he said at the end of Atlantis at face value. I was like, oh, okay, I guess this Hephaestus is on Olympus's side, point blank period. Okay. Whatever. But apparently not. Anyway, hey Gogeta, hey V6, hey Meridak. But yeah, we'll see what Queen Europa has to say, I guess. Oh, and Murmas is there, but he's like, if you don't attack me, I'll pretend I didn't see you. I have a job to do. Which, you know, I'll take it. Even if he's not a friend, you know, not having to fight him right now is good. Hoot hoot. Fo-fo. They're communicating. Hoot hoot. Fo. It's nice to see you getting along so well with Minerva, Fo. Is this the first bird friend you've ever made? Just try not to jump on her too much. Hoot. Hoot. Fo? So that mechanical owl's a terminal for Athena, huh? And here I thought it was some kind of weapon or something. I mean, owls are kind of her bird. I mean, it was that owl who made the sound that let us escape from the gods that one time, right? Yes. You could say it's also a weapon. Oh. It's part of the authority Athena left behind. At this point, it's simply a terminal with no knowledge of its godly nature. But it was still able to interfere with the god-made ley line by synchronizing with Prometheus Hephaestus. Now that you mention it, there's something about that owl that reminds me of Paris's Apollo terminal. The one that helped us in Atlantis. Maybe that's something all the coexistence faction gods terminals have in common. I don't know. Cause that Apollo terminal was from proper human history. Whereas this is the Lost Bell. I mean, maybe. But I don't know. I don't know about that. They're definitely both very cute, yeah, sure. Yes, I think so too. Now then. Chaldeans, God Destroyer Alliance members, yeah? I must apologize for keeping my identity secret all this time. What would Ares' mascot terminal be? Why do I feel like Ares had a thing with boars? Or maybe wolves. But for some reason, boars, or like hogs, sticks out in my mind, for whatever reason. I would say wolves could make sense. Because the whole Romulus raised by wolves thing, and Mars being
But I guess it's Mars, not necessarily Aries. But I mean, they're technically the same, so I mean, I feel like that would make sense. Maybe, I don't know.
I must apologize for keeping my identity secret all this time. Even though we've put our fates in each other's hands, I regret that I did not even show you my face until now. And if that weren't bad enough, I even put your lives in danger the last time we met. Please, pay no mind. Now that we know you are actually something of a spy, we cannot blame you for trying to maintain your cover. If anything, I must applaud you for managing to do so in the face of
an omnipotent god. Why do I feel like he probably knows? Zeus, that is. We wouldn't be alive now if it weren't for that owl. So if anything, I'm grateful to ya.
Yeah, me too. Back when we first came face to face with the gods. I don't think we would have survived if that owl hadn't intervened.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh yeah, they would have chewed us up like soggy
udon, so you definitely saved us. Ew, soggy udon.
It's alright, Lady Europa. Please hold your head high.
Yeah, the Alliance would have fallen apart some time ago if you hadn't helped us. Don't worry, we know you're not like Zeus and we don't hold a grudge against you.
Thank you, everyone. It may not be my place to say anything, since I didn't experience the tragedy of the Olympiomachia for myself.
Oh, you didn't get any of, like, Hera's memories?
When you fused with her? But even despite that, I could not bear to simply remain on the sidelines any longer. Hoot, hoot, hoot. Thank you, Minerva. I am Europa, a heroic spirit of proper human history. Though the Lord Zeus of this lost belt may care for me, he is not the Lord Zeus I knew from proper human history. He rejected his duty to entrust the fate of this world to humanity, and decided to rule everything himself. I find this to be a clear sign that he thinks humans weak and incapable of fending for ourselves. As you surely know, Lady Europa, all of Europe is said to be named after you. In proper human history, Zeus fell in love with you, and chose you to serve as queen. You eventually went on to give birth to the founding kings of many other dynasties. I suspect that as the progenitor to all of Europe, you feel a duty to watch over humanity, and that you still feel strongly connected to them. No doubt that is why you had no choice but to defy nature itself. Humanity. Proper human history.
Truth be told, I'm not entirely sure myself. Oh?
The fact is, I love all people, not only those from proper human history, but from this lost belt as well. Yeah. Even if there is no Europe to be found in this lost belt. I still love Adele and Macarios and every other Olympian as though they were my own children.
Lady Europa.
And that is why I cannot accept Zeus's decision. I cannot let him continue to keep my children close at hand, without ever giving them a chance to grow. I can understand the urge to keep children young and innocent,
for that is a dream many parents have at times.
But to actually do so, to actually keep them stilted and suspended, for a span of 10,000 years, is something I cannot and will not tolerate. Not even if that is what Zeus himself has decided is best. Lady Demeter once expressed this belief as well.
In response, Zeus recalibrated her divine core. Oh. Oh, that, okay. I guess that's what you meant by, oh, alright, okay.
Causing her to go mad. Do you mean to say Zeus has made modifications to other gods then? Yes, he has. It was Zeus burning Lady Aphrodite that made her forget how to love, and caused her to lose one of her two sides. It is said there were 4 gods who stood by Zeus during the Olympia Machia. But the reality cannot be farther from the truth.
No, he just got the drop on them and changed them before they could oppose him.
The truth is, none of the other gods stood with Zeus. So he killed 5 of them, and brought the remaining 5 over to his side with sheer force. The remaining 5? Hold on, please. The gods who survived the 4th Machia were Artemis, Poseidon, Demeter, Aphrodite.
And me, Hephaestus. Though in my case, Zeus chose not to destroy me completely, but kept my brain alive in order to help run Olympus more efficiently.
Oh. So that's what he meant by he's on Olympus's side, is he's protecting the people, but he doesn't necessarily agree with how... Okay.
Though of course for my part I've been syncing up with Prometheus and cutting off Zeus's supervision network.
And together, he and I became the Alliance's collaborators.
So we're talking about a god who controls people and other gods, huh?
Yeah, he's a bit of a son of a bitch. Yikes.
I hope you can forgive me for speaking so plainly in front of you, Your Majesty. I don't think she minds.
Of course.
Frankly, I've felt the same way for a long time. Okay, so how did Hera feel about this? Killed 5, brought the other 5 over, but that leaves Hera. Ooh, so was she... I mean, I assume she was also on the coexistence faction, given that Europa specifically said none of the other gods stood with him. But maybe she just didn't take a side. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just said, like, because, yeah, Europa said he stood alone, but they didn't explain why Hera ended up being damaged and having to fuse with Europa. I guess you could infer that Zeus damaged her to the point he had to fuse her with Europa, maybe. But, I don't know.
Of course. Frankly, I felt the same way for a long time. Lord Zeus was so loving in proper human history, but...
Yeah, he spread his love all over the place. That's true.
Here in his lost belt, he chose to become something truly frightening. Now no one can reason with him. Not me, nor Lady Hera. Lady Europa.
It is still too soon to weep tears of sorrow, great Mother Europa. Now that we are all here together at last, we shall be the ones to finally slay him. So please, dry your tears, O loving Europa, for our God-Destroyer alliance is now joined by Chaldea. And your tears will be much sweeter when they are tears of victory.
Please don't cry, Europa. Caligula's right. It's still too soon to cry.
Thank you, Caligula. Thank you, Ritsuka. Yes, you're right. You're so right. There will be plenty of time for tears later. I am here now to lend you my aid. Prometheus Hephaestus, I now offer you all the magical energy I've saved up over these many years. Use it to complete the Grand Summon article. And one more thing. Shield Maiden of Chaldea, Mash Kirilite. Yes? I have a present for you. Oh, but it's not from me. No, this is a parting gift from the goddess Athena.
Interesting. I assume that's literal, like not just, oh, here's another bit of her authority we scrounged up or anything. No. I assume this means Athena had foreseen these events, maybe? Somehow?
Parting gift from the goddess Athena.
Okay. What could Athena have left for her?
Okie dokie, I'm gonna head on back now. I'd love to stay for dinner, but I'm afraid I'll have to take a rain check. Too many prying eyes and keen noses in the great opera shrine, all wondering where little old me might be after all. Fo. Oh, you're gonna miss me, Fo. Phone? Well, you're no fun, but I wouldn't have you any other way. Anywho, Queen Europa, I'll let you know if there's any news from over there, so just take your time. In fact, it'd probably just raise suspicion if we went back together. Oh, and I'm gonna leave Minerva here, so use her to warp out of here in case of an emergency, okay? Alright then, ta-ta for now. See you later, Mashy.
Bye, Pepe. Don't get killed.
It's a shame that Pepe won't be here to join us. But if you like, I'd be happy to cook dinner for all of you tonight. I'm sure you must be starving. You'll cook for us?
You? Fo? That's so motherly. Why are you blushing, Mash?
I see.
Well, we definitely can't do anything on an empty stomach, so I'm all in favor of having a bite to eat. I'm out of curiosity. Does Babylon, or did Babylonia and Olympus share a writer? Just out of curiosity. Because, like, I'm noticing a theme that would make a lot of sense if they did have the same writer. Babylonia was Nasu? Alright, maybe not. Olympus is Sakurai and Nasu, and Babylonia is Nasu. Okay. Because I'm noticing a theme of motherly characters. Like, I guess to be fair, Tiamat didn't exactly act like a mother very much in Babylonia, in fairness. But she was still referred to as mother, but like Enkidu, and I just, I don't know. I just find it interesting.
Well, we definitely can't do anything on an empty stomach, so I'm all in favor of having a bite to eat. That said, Lady Europa,
Having you personally cook for us feels like it'd be kind of wrong somehow. Oh wait, were you just joking? Is this some kind of Greek humor?
Huh?
Oh, no, I promise you it was no jest. I truly meant it. I may not know any cooking spells, but I am fused with Lady Hera now.
And while Lady Hera might not quite have been as skilled to cook as Lady Hestia, the goddess of the hearth, she was still the goddess of the home. So if nothing else, it can certainly make sure that every dish will be
brimming with divine protection. I see.
Then we'll help you cook.
It'd be our pleasure.
Right. Are you sure it's okay for us to join you too, Queen Europa?
Of course.
Of course. I'm sure there'll be enough food to go around. Isn't that right, Prometheus Hephaestus?
Oh, sure. I've had an apprentice staying here for over a year now, so there should be more than enough for everyone.
Do you mean Mr. Muramasa?
That's right. Even though he's a heroic spirit, he's still in the habit of eating eating meals regularly. When he's not smithing, he's usually making some dish or other from a place called the Far East.
Yeah, probably his, host's influence. Like, I know they're both from the Far East, but I assume the habit of cooking probably comes from Shiro. Or not his host, the person he is hosting. Whatever. Over a year. I mean, yeah, at this point, because we know from Oku that there is a jump in time. Because I was thinking that too, like, does it mean he was summoned at the same time as the other Muramasa and Shimusa? But I think it works out timeline wise. Because yeah, we know there's been leaps in time between like LB3 and LB4, and I think 4 and 5. So I think the time works out.
He's been using my workshop's small garden to grow soybeans and rice, and as of late, he's also been making miso and sake.
Oh my, that sounds perfect for Japanese cuisine. I've never had Japanese food before. Would you please tell me how to make it, Muramasa?
Well, sure, I can walk you through it while I'm making my own meal. But didn't you say you were gonna do the cooking tonight?
I think checking the Japanese see if it's a vaguer time frame. Oh.
Might as well join you. I can show you how to cook rice and miso soup anytime.
Great. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Sure thing. You're a right different sort when you're not around Zeus. It's really thrown me off.
Hello?
What is it? You that hungry?
Foe?
I'm surprised Foe is so okay with Muramasa. I don't remember, was Foe with us in Shimusa? No. Was he? Maybe he was. I don't know. I for some reason can't recall any Foe scenes, but yeah.
Is something wrong, Adele?
Shimusa. Yeah, no, I just because I mean, you never know. You never know with Foe. Yeah, Foe is I wouldn't be surprised if Foe could show up there. I'll be honest. I wouldn't have been that surprised.
Oh no, I was just a little lost in thought. I still can't quite believe that
Queen Europa herself is our collaborator,
or that she's going to cook for us. Up until today, I never would have even imagined such a thing.
You know, it's strange.
I know this might sound odd, but
Ever since you all came here, I've been remembering what it was like to enjoy myself. Oh. I'm glad, but also sad that you haven't been enjoying yourself in thousands of years. Probably.
only remembering?
Yes, this is just like it was 10,000 years ago.
Back when we never knew what might happen and each day wasn't yet a foregone conclusion.
Back when today was different from yesterday, and you knew tomorrow would be different from today. You're right, sister. I never thought the day would come when we'd actually get to slay the gods. And I never thought I'd see you standing in the kitchen happily cooking away again either. And it's all thanks to you guys.
Thank you, Mash. Thank you, Ritsuka. I'm so glad. I'm so glad we rescued you.
I don't know what we would have done without you two. It can't be a coincidence that there just so happens to be a brother-sister combo that's helping us in the same chapter as a set of twin servants. Like, there's no way that's coincidence, right? I feel like something is up with them.
Are you all done talking? Then I'd like everyone who's willing to help to come with me, please. Alright. Coming. Macarios?
Yeah, okay, I'll help too.
Wonderful. I'm thrilled to see you're all such helpful children. Now let's go make something scrumptious. Now then. While the others are busy preparing dinner, I would like to check my notes on the source built against your database. Assuming that's alright with you, of course, Prometheus Hephaestus.
Me? Well, since I've tasked my apprentice with supervising construction of the article, I guess I've got time to spare. Though my mental resources are sufficient for multitasking, I can answer your questions without slowing production. The Grand Summon article should be ready by tomorrow morning, no problem. So, Sage of Proper Human History, what did you want to ask me?
Oh, we're not. Oh, okay. I guess we'll see what they're talking about later.
I see.
Or we're seeing it now, maybe.
Yes, your theory about the continent of Atlantis is correct, as is your understanding of each Machia.
Then, as expected, you're near the gods who were originally supposed to lose your true mechanical bodies during the second Machia.
Exactly. About 10,000 years ago when we fought the white ruin that descended from the sky. It was apparently supposed to wipe out the entire prehistoric civilization, gods and humans alike, at least in proper human history. But we defeated it, and in doing so managed to keep our Aletheia, or our mechanical god bodies as you call them.
Okay. Yeah, I hadn't thought about it before. I probably should have, but like during this, but that answers the confusion I had about the timeline that's laid out in Extella. How it said that the gods were beat by Altera, the White Titan, but then they were still alive. That's because they transferred their consciousnesses to a humanoid terminal. So they died, but lived on until the Age of Gods properly ended. In those humanoid forms. Okay. Because yeah, I questioned that, because I was like, the Age of Gods wasn't supposed to end until like, what, 5,000 BC or whatever? Oh no, even later? But going off the Extella timeline, it would have ended at 12,000 BC, which didn't make sense. But, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Now, they just transferred. Okay.
Just a moment. Did you say prehistoric civilization?
I sure did.
Then that must be the lost civilization of Atlantis that disappeared during the second Lucas Machia.
It is indeed.
Oh wow. This is a huge discovery. Then your hypothesis was right, Holmes. So the mystical continent of Atlantis really did exist. I see. So it was destroyed in the second Mokia, not sunk by the wrath of the gods, as Plato would have it.
Well, yeah.
My data on the Great Floods all comes from proper human history, not this lost belt. I heard there were 2 floods in total, but I don't know any of the details. You'll have to ask our proper human history counterparts about those. Assuming you ever get a chance to meet them in your future travels, of course.
I mean, again, I already know that, because I saw that in JP. At least I'm assuming the Demeter that's summonable in JP currently is. I would assume it's proper human history is Demeter. Probably. Wouldn't really do to give you a mentally broken Demeter. Wouldn't. Yeah. I'm going to assume it's probably proper human history.
Now. Understood. Well, the chances of summoning a demiurge level divine spirit are slim. I will hope for the best.
All this talk about the second Makia really takes me back. That was one of the fiercest battles I've ever fought. The white ruin that came from space was ruthless in its quest to destroy everything. The invader was called Sephar, or perhaps Sepher.
From space, Was it anything like the foreign god, perhaps?
Not at all. The foreign god's trees of emptiness are still comprised of a structure we can understand. But the white ruin's structure was far beyond the comprehension of any intelligence on this planet. But it has nothing to do with Chaldea's endeavors, so there's no reason for you to trouble yourself about it. It came here for the sole purpose of destroying us and this world's prehistoric civilization. There was no life form on Earth that could stand up to it. We gods only managed to survive because Zeus succeeded at becoming an omnipotent composite god right at the last moment.
Composite god?
I assume he absorbed a bunch of the natural gods, I'm guessing. Like, basically any of the non-Olympian ones. So?
Yes, a combination of other gods.
Yeah.
Did you not already know that? We mechanical gods all possess the ability to combine with one another. Or we did anyway.
Oh no, they just combined the Olympians, and okay.
In fact, we originally all used to be a single being named Chaos. Incidentally, our survival and combat capabilities tend to improve the closer we get to our primordial Chaos roots. As evidence, the previous generation of Titan-class warships were even sturdier than we are. But Zeus is in a class of his own. He is the omnipotent supreme being, the demiurge who wields the thunderbolts. He defeated the Titans, stole the holy vessel Cronus Crown, the mark of their flagship that ties our entire pantheon together, and even managed to obliterate the White Ruin. Yes, the only reason we 12 Olympians were able to defeat the White Ruin is because Zeus served as the core piece to our fusion.
Okay.
So what you're saying is... Oh... Zeus is really, really damn strong.
Indeed. If nothing else, I can tell you that in this lost belt, he has wielded power capable of obliterating an enemy from beyond this very planet. Even if he should happen to lose all the other composite gods, he is still the greatest, most powerful god of all.
So you're saying we're fucked,
right? That's what I got from that. No, we'll be fine. It ain't nothing to to us. The last master of humanity. Are we back? What the heck, man? Well, I don't understand. It only does this when I'm streaming FGO. It hasn't happened with anything else. I don't know why it only does this with FGO and literally no other. Maybe it's just coincidence. Like, it just happens to have this issue while I'm doing FGO, but like, I don't know. I got such great breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. Well, I guess I never did end up having lunch today, but this dinner more than made up for it. It really was a great meal. The greatest. Yes, it was. I learned so much about both good nutrition and varied flavors from it. That's good. You know, I'd like to try cooking myself once we get back to Chaldea base. Yeah, well, I'd like to try your cooking mash. I think I may just be able to put these experiences to good use in some way. Oh no, I didn't do anything special. I was simply copying what I've seen others do before. Adele and Macarios did all the truly hard work. Bro, I don't know why it's doing this. Alright. I'm just gonna hope it stops doing that. Most of them only care about working on their so-called cutting-edge research. Following instructions, yeah. As long as you know the basics of Olympian ingredients and culinary techniques, anyone can cook like that if they put a little love into it. Still, I do appreciate the compliment. Thank you all so much for helping me. If we continue working together like this, Operation God Destroyer should succeed in no time. Hurrah! 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 Mash. Foe! Nero! Oh man, I haven't heard that in a while.
I thought it only right that I shout on someone's behalf as well. They were absent for dinner, but I'm sure Canis is nearby, watching in spirit form.
Hey, Luna. Yeah, now that you mention it, I guess Canis probably still kind of ticked. Yeah. Shouldn't we have woken her up? Though I probably shouldn't let Canis hear me say that, or someone would materialize just in time to bring a giant spear down on my head. Yeah, we wouldn't want to incite any infighting, right? No, that'd be pretty bad. Speaking of missing people, is Holmes still at it? It would seem as such. Then, how much magical energy will the Grand Summon consume? Normally, a summon makes use of the mana in the atmosphere, and the summoner's own ode. However, if we are to summon a being capable of bringing down a god, I'm not sure even the source spell's extensive reserves of atmospheric mana, which admittedly far surpasses anything to hand in proper human history, will suffice. So for to complete this grand summon, as the heroic spirits called it, I presume we'll need to augment our magical energy supply somehow.
Of course you will. Strictly speaking, the summoning ritual doesn't use a summoner. Given its vast magical energy requirements,
it would probably kill us if we did try to do it ourselves. Like it would just drain us dry of every last bit of ode we had.
I've designed it to make use of the infinity crystal above Olympus.
Have you now? How did you do that without anyone noticing?
More accurately, I've designed it to access the infinity crystal through the Olympians' own god-made ley line, thereby providing us with an inexhaustible supply of magical energy. We will use the enemy's own power against them.
Yeah, I hope that works out for us. The god-made ley line. That's the ley line that's kept completely under the god's close supervision. Our spells won't able to so much as touch it, but that won't be the case for you. Then does that mean that the god-made ley line was...
Of course. I'm the one who made it, even if I only did so reluctantly and under Zeus's orders.
I suspected as much.
So yes, I know all there is to know about the god-made ley line right down to its unusual vulnerability.
Vulnerability, you say? Yes, tell me more about this vulnerability. I would like to, hear about this.
The ley line may be an invisible magical energy network that serves as a transcendent source of magical energy. But since it was never completed, it's also full of holes. Its greatest vulnerability is the fact that it exists in spaces all throughout Olympus. By placing special spells and formations at these spaces, we're able to draw a truly massive summoning circle that covers all of Olympus, even as the gods remain none the wiser.
Oh, so that's why I had to be at those specific spots that we placed the, sigils. I see.
That is the summoning circle that lays at the heart of the operation, and they are the very spells that you and the heroic spirits of the Alliance have already put in place.
Sounds like they're having a pretty, involved conversation. I'm gonna get some night air. A little walk to help my digestion ought to be just a thing. Yeah, you do that. If you're going outside, I'll go. This doesn't seem like a good idea, but okay. I will too, Senpai. At this depth, the underground passages are bound to be dangerous. There's no telling how many autonomous weapons may be stationed nearby. Don't worry, I'll be fine. Old Man Prometheus / Hephaestus cut off their connection to the surveillance network, right? Then, like I said, this ought to be just a thing to help my digestion. But... I'll be fine, I promise. If I really think I'm in trouble, I'll hightail it out of there. Hightail it out of there immediately. I might have reached the void, but I'm still an unscrupulous sword fighter at heart. I'm not gonna challenge an opponent I know I can't beat. Anyway, it's walk time. Be back soon. Alright, don't get into too much trouble. I say she's probably getting into trouble right this moment. You know, you guys didn't have to come with me, right? Or are you just here on a hunch or something? Well, Adele, Macarios. Reach the gun master right. It's dangerous to walk along these underground passages alone. Besides, I couldn't help but notice that Muramasa wasn't at dinner. At first I thought he might be at the back of the workshop, but he wasn't there either. Sounds like we're thinking along the same lines. You hear that, Lord Muramasa? I know you can. I'm sure you've got things to talk about you don't want the Chaldeans overhearing, so I came to pay you a visit myself. I figured you'd show up here, but I didn't expect those twins to come along too. Just to be clear, I don't get anything to talk about. I don't got anything to talk about. Oh, that's too bad, because I sure do. And it's got something to do with how insanely dangerous you are. Oh? I know you said you were staying neutral earlier, but the moment you handed the article over to Ritsuka, you're planning to cut her in two on the spot, aren't you? Well, yeah. Okay, at least he's honest. When you finish one job, you move on to the next, right? Huh. Fake priest Rasputin gave me 2 jobs to do as part of my foreign god disciple duties.
The first was to protect Prometheus Hephaestus and Olympus. Apparently, as the god of knowledge in the Forge, his skills are essential to keeping Olympus running smoothly. And since old Zeus signed off on that job, I got no reason to refuse it. The second job was to destroy Hephaestus and Atlantis.
Bro, why does my OBS keep disconnecting? It's not even my internet, because wouldn't I get kicked out of FGO if it was my internet dropping? So for some reason, I'm just getting disconnected from like the YouTube servers every few minutes, and I don't know why. You wouldn't? Oh, it doesn't disconnect? Oh, Oh. So you have to... I don't know, because I also don't lose my network thing in the bottom right. Like, doesn't... I don't know. I don't know. It's getting... Maybe there's an update for OBS that it didn't prompt me for. Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea at this point. But killing a god's still a big deal, even in Atlantis. And not even Lord Odysseus there could go through with it. So that's where we came in. Rasputin demolished the proper human history heroic spirits, while I cut the Forge God's main unit clean in two. That's terrible. So here you kept Hephaestus safe. And elsewhere you killed him, huh? What the hell's the sense in that?
I told you I cut him in two. Didn't say nothing about killing. Though I did say that Hephaestus had been destroyed in my report.
Huh? So what exactly does that mean?
Here's the deal. Prometheus Hephaestus is incredibly skilled. But he's also the stubbornest old mule I've ever met.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Said he wanted to make a summoner thingamabob and was gonna blow himself up unless I helped him. I couldn't let him since it was my job to protect him and all, so I agreed to the apprenticeship until the gizmo was done. After that, he said his own manipulators were too old and decrepit for delicate work or some such, and wasted no time putting me to work. And one of those odd jobs involved going to Atlantis to fetch his backup data. Said he needed an additional brain to finish making the article.
Oh.
Bunch of bull, eh?
Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. First you follow the order by cutting him in half, then you go get his backup to effectively bring him back to life. That sounds like something out of a comedy routine. You're a real scamp, Grandpa. Anyway, I take it that means you like Hephaestus so much you were willing to really stick your neck out for him?
We might not agree on most things. That Greek god of the Forge's work's so damn good it damn near brings a tear to my eye.
Is that so?
Anyway, there was one other thing Zeus ordered me to do that didn't have anything to do with Hephaestus. Get rid of you lot. So once I finish this job, that's the next one I gotta take care of. Ain't no sense in doing things out of order. Gotta do my jobs one at a time to make sure they're done right. It ain't like I'm ignoring the foreign god's orders or betraying Zeus.
So does that mean you're ignoring Zeus's commands until the article is finished?
Of course. It ain't like Zeus is paying me for this job. I'm just playing along with him because they say he's the big Buddha in charge here.
Oh my.
What?
Yikes. Never thought I'd ever feel sorry for Zeus. But I guess it's the first time for everything.
And that being said, it does feel like it's time for me to move on. I might be able to handle Chaldea on my own, but deep down, I'm just a swordsmith. No way I could take on Chaldea, Musashi, Caligula, and Canis all at the same time. So I'll try my luck elsewhere. Besides, now that you lot shut up, the great Prometheus Sophisis workshop's all but done for. Now I take the summon what's it somewhere deep as soon as you get your hands on it, before others come a-calling.
Huh? So you're going to leave us alone? I mean, that's great and all, but what about finishing the summon thing?
You don't gotta worry about that. It might not be done tonight, but I've set it up so it'll get done by morning. Well, see you around. Don't forget to give my regards to the Chaldea kid.
Yeah, will do. Take care.
Wait, you mean you're leaving right this second? Apparently.
Aye, Rasputin supervising the cryptors and Limbo's is to keep an eye on the Lost Belt Kings. My job doesn't really begin until this foreign god guy actually shows up. Apparently I'm supposed to be their butler or something.
Don't tell me the foreign god is a Ren face. That would make so much sense.
Anyway, if I'm going to do that job right, I can't go letting myself get defeated now. In the meantime, might as well work on getting the big god some clothes. Because if what they say is true, they're gonna arrive here fucking naked.
Okay. Sure. Awkward. Hey, priestess, how you doing? Howdy doody.
Don't worry, she's just here as an arbiter. She can't do anything to you, and she wouldn't even if she could. Oh, and one last thing. You two are the last Alliance survivors, right?
Yes, that's right.
This might not be my place, but don't go throwing your lives away like them Satsuma Hayato folk did.
Satsuma Hayato, huh? I don't know what that means.
Ain't no point winning a war if it ends up costing you your soul. Of course, that's just one man's opinion. I might be old, but I know I'm hell of a lot younger than you two. So I won't insist you listen to me.
I'm not really sure what you're talking about, but I do appreciate your concern for us. So thanks for that, Foreign Smithy. And thanks for showing our great god of the Forge, the last decent god in this whole kingdom, the kind of respect that even we couldn't give him.
Hey, no, it's nothing like that. Like you said, he just turned out to be even more of a stubborn old man than me.
I'd like to thank you too, Muramasa. And I promise I'll remember your warning right to our final moments.
That's so. Guess you already made your choice then. I won't forget you two kids. Make sure you both live good lives, you hear?
I'm sure they'll give it their best. No promises, though. Oh boy. Surely that doesn't mean the DIOSCURI are already here, right? That'd be silly. That'd be ridiculous, even. No, surely not. Surely. Oh boy. Alright, let me take this off. Right quick.
Quick loik. Put that on. Try and eke out as much bond points as possible. But yeah, if the foreign god isn't a Rin face, I'll be severely disappointed. like who else would want someone using Shiro's body, at least, as a butler? Like, maybe Sakura, maybe, but like, that's gotta be a Rin face, gotta be.
17th process finished. Grand Summon Article, Aether Summoning Guidance Spell Inscription complete.
Implying you wouldn't want Shiro as a butler? I mean, not necessarily, but like, who would go out of their way? Because I assume it was an intentional summon, right? Probably. Maybe not. Maybe it's just coincidence and they realized how handy he was. That could be the case.
Grand Summon Article, Aether Spirit Origin Solidification Spell Inscription complete. 19th and 20th processes finished. Grand Summon Article, Aether Perpetual Magical Energy Source Synchronization complete. All processes finished. Initiating Grand Summon Article, Aether Materialization. Grand Summon Article, Aether Materialization output complete. Alright everyone, I'm sorry it took so long to complete. And I don't know where my apprentice got off to, but the project itself came out beautifully. This is the Grand Summon Article, the device that's going to materialize a being capable of destroying gods. And now it's yours, humans. Go on, take it.
I promise I'll take good care of it. At least attempt to anyway. I'm the one who named it Aether. It may not be what the Alliance Zero Experience intended for it to be named, but...
There's no need to worry about us, Your Majesty.
Fine by me. Sounds plenty tough and shit. Ugh.
Ah, yes, it is a wonderful name. When you finally go up against the god of the heavens, Aether will summon a being capable of destroying him.
Part of me just wonder why you didn't go with a more common name. But as a collaborator, we're happy to go along with whatever you decide. Alright, Dale, Macarios, and Boss Chaldea. We'll count on you to take it from here and finish the job.
We will. I'll promise.
Awesome.
So I just need to turn it on in the Great Orbital Shrine then? Pretty much, I think. That's right. In order to accomplish the final god slaying, you'll need to activate it when we're facing Zeus. Since we don't know how long the materialization will last, that's our only viable option. So we'll have to deal with DIOSCURI the old-fashioned way, huh? Queen Europa. Oops.
Queen Europa, Prometheus Hephaestus. Thank you both so much for helping us. And that goes for you two, Chaldeans and Caligula. And don't think I'm forgetting you two either, Musashi and Canis. Thanks to all of you, the God Destroyer Alliance is finally ready to begin the last stage of our operation.
Fo-fo! So it's time to fight Zeus, right? Nah, it was a few steps before that.
Be warned, the enemy is truly formidable, no matter how many times I run the numbers. I don't know how well the summoned being will fare against him, and as for the Grand Summon's final catalyst, that will not be a problem. Consider that matter solved.
Oh?
You mean you already have a catalyst ready to go?
Aha, worry not, Shield Maiden. I would not let us come this far while we still lack a catalyst. Rest assured I'll take care of it, and when the time comes to face this so-called omnipotent king of the gods, I'll show you something miraculous.
Okay, I'm going to throw out a guess here. He's going to use his connection to Diana to summon
proper human history Artemis. But no, gods can't be grand, so that wouldn't make sense. And I doubt Nero is grand capable. Well, maybe? Maybe I'm underestimating Nero, but I really don't feel like she's grand level. I don't know who else would have a connection to Caligula. Or maybe he just found a different catalyst and it's not referring to any of his connections. Miss, I cheat my way into the saber class. I mean, look, maybe. I don't know. I guess if because her natural class that warps into a beast if she's summoned as it is Rider, right? Maybe hypothetically, maybe she could be a Grand Rider without morphing into Draco somehow. But I don't know.
I'll show you something miraculous. Even with my capacity for calculation, I can't say what will happen once Aether has been activated, or how well the summoned being will fare against an omnipotent god. At this point, we are well into the realm of the unknown. Nonetheless, I can say this: your chances for victory are non-zero.
That makes me feel great.
So as long as you keep that in mind. Oh, I'm sorry, I should have asked sooner. Does the concept of zero exist in proper human history?
Yes.
Yes, most assuredly. We've known about it since at least the 3rd century. I dare say we also have a fairly deep understanding of the concept. In fact, Miss Miyamoto over there is something of an expert on it.
Oh, fascinating. A mathematician or philosopher would be one thing,
But I never would have thought a sword fighter could reach such an understanding.
a scholar would no doubt use their understanding to pass the concept on to other people as knowledge, but for a sword fighter to understand zero. I see, then you must have attained it as a skill rather than as knowledge. Zero, the line that lies between positive and negative. A number smaller than any decimal, and greater than any negative number. It is the void, the lack of existence. I see, the fact that you reach such an understanding with the sword just goes to show you humans truly are an unsolvable mystery.
Oh, it was nothing.
I just happened to get lucky, that's all. Right. Not like you died for it or anything.
My old man used to go on and on about how he was the strongest in the world and how nobody could surpass him. So I figured since the only number that could surpass 1 was none, that was what I had to strive for. Yeah, I guess. Still, it's pretty amazing that I actually pulled it off. If I do say so myself. Not every sword fighter could empty their mind as fast as I did. A head empty? Now that's the Musashi I know and depend on. There she is. Hey, I can never leap into enemy territory without looking if I didn't think I could handle myself. Aether here might be our trump card for the final showdown, but it's still my job to make sure we get that far. And knowing you've got someone else on hand to do the heavy lifting means it can really cut loose in multiple senses. Fofo! You're very modest, aren't you? Okay. Aren't you, Musashi? I think I'm starting to understand what makes you so strong. Was that modest? I don't... Okay. You always walk a fine line between trying too hard and not trying enough. You're open and honest with everyone without ever looking down on anyone. I used to think of Bushi and Samurai as a kind of warrior class particular to Japan. But when I look at you, Musashi, I'm not quite sure how to say this. You think I'm a real badass? Aw, thanks. I am something of a freewheeling, happy-go-lucky warrior, so I think deep down I'm really a lot like you guys. Right.
Very nice. You're all the very picture of warriors brimming with hope. Even as you're about to face Zeus himself, your smiles are unwavering. You truly make me think that if anyone can make this happen, you can. You know, Queen Europa, at first I thought this gamble would be all risk and no reward. But I see that even if my calculations say their odds of victory are 0, these people may just be able to pull it off.
Oh, their chance of winning is certainly not 0. Of that I have no doubt. Hey, Forge God. Sorry to interrupt, but I've got a question.
What? You said this workshop's cut off from the outside, yeah? And the only way in is through a door in the underground passage that's been partitioned off, right? That's right. Something bothering you? Then can you tell what's going on outside that door?
Hold on, I'll run a periphery scan now.
No need. The outside partition was just blown to pieces.
Esther!
Damn, I was too slow. Nash, Ritsuka, make sure we've got a way out of here. God damn it. How did they get that far without Hephaestus knowing?
Right. Foe! Over here, Foe. You'll be safer inside my storage space than you will on my shoulder.
This magical energy feels as though it were burning. It has this lost spell's unique scent and the god's unmistakable, intimidating presence. But that is not all. I also sense something unutterably foul here now. Be careful, all of you. There is a darkness here among us. Among us.
Adomin. My. How lovely to see you all here. I suppose it's been some time since we last met, fine members of Chaldea. And you, Queen Europa. Oh yes, and I can't forget you, members of the God Destroyer Alliance. I must say, you've put up quite a valiant struggle against the gods. I suppose I should introduce myself, yes? I am but a humble monk, a heroic spirit named Castor of Limbo.
There you are, scumbag. I remember you and how your good looks are completely wasted on that head that keeps regrowing no matter how many times I cut it off.
What are you up to here in Olympus?
Screw it. I don't even care.
Your ominous aura tells me everything I need to know. Oh, my, if this is my beloved Shinmen Musashi. Yes, I remember you too, and how very many times you've thwarted my designs in the past. What a shame that your vaunted heavenly eyes, apparently so blind that it failed to even notice the spell thread I bound to the queen's garments.
You tracked me with my own garments? How dare you barbaric god?
Yes, that's right. Your mewling sympathy for your home and proper human history was easily exploitable. How utterly disgraceful. Whatever you may have been plotting you were, by the looks of it, it all ends now.
I'm afraid it's a touch early for guidance. In fact, I think we have just begun a whole new act.
But there I must disagree. I've been waiting for this moment for quite some time now. I'm quite aware of everything happening here. In fact, I only refrained from acting sooner because I was waiting for this grand summon article of yours to be completed. I can only imagine what lovely sounds you'll make when you witness it shattering before your very eyes.
Limbo, you bastard.
How very kind of you to say so. My great workshop is like my home. It should have no trouble detecting a spell from a single heroic spirit. What are you really? You're not a proper heroic spirit at all. Detect? You thought you could detect my spell? Why, of course you couldn't. Not on all of my spells have been blessed by our god. I should clarify, when I speak of God in this case, I'm not referring to the gods of Olympus, but rather... You talk too much, barbarian.
Yes, he does. Shall we kill them now, big brother?
Yes, I do hope you'll forgive me. Very well then, I'll leave the massacre to you two. After all, it would be quite absurd for a disciple of the foreign god to clean up a mess brought about by negligence on your family's behalf. That's right, it would be. Now be quiet. So we finally found you, humans.
We found them, big brother.
The DIOSCURI, you always snatch your hope away from us. Every single time.
Well, this time you won't. We won't let you take anything from us ever again. But if you be careful, the DIOSCURI are a divine spirit servant. Please get back before they hurt you.
You've kept me waiting a long time. Now this is where it ends. Don't think I've forgotten how you humiliated us with your filthy, worthless spell, lowly humans. Though our light will never be sullied by the pitiful death struggles of weaklings like yourselves. You should be thrilled that you managed to injure my pride.
You're all in for it now. No human has incurred Big Brother's wrath and survived.
Now prepare.
For divine justice.
Death to all of you.
Yeah? You think you'll have it easy, huh?
Goddamn bastard twins. The hell are you so worked up over a bunch of humans for, huh? This is just like what happened last time, too. You sure you little shits aren't forgetting anyone? Huh. You thought I'm the one who didn't belong among the gods? You got balls saying that to my face after Krishtaria ground your asses into the dirt like it was nothing.
Did you forget how you had to go crying to Big Daddy Zeus, pleading for your lives?
You got the great Canis to deal with, and you dumb shits stay focused on these weaklings. Well, I've had it. Die, shitheads.
Yeah, get 'em.
The Sea God's spear. I knew it was too good for the likes of you.
I said shut the hell up and die.
Are you alright, Big Brother?
I'm fine. Mere magical energy light from an ordinary heroic spirit can never hope to match ours.
The DIOSCURI, the gods of light. They may indeed move at near light speed, but it seems capable of nullifying all forms of light directed at them. Does it mean they have openings we can take advantage of? As they say nowadays, the jury is still out.
And stay out of my way, Trenchcoat. Your magical energy light show isn't gonna do shit anyway.
Hey now, don't go throwing out the Baritsu beam with the detective. Anyway, as far as we're concerned, the Gods of Light, you're just one more milestone on the road to slaying all the gods. I'm not exhausted like last time, and to top it off, I'm feeling better than ever thanks to the Queen's amazing food. Activating Orton Axis emergency combat mode. Adjusting operational output to 70%. I'm ready, Master. Don't forget to keep Europa safe. Don't let them touch our fourth mother. Understood.
Let's freaking go!
You got it, Canis. Show them who really deserves to be among the gods. Show them. Because, I mean, last time they beat you up while you were still fucked up from fighting us. Like cowards. Didn't think they could take you head on at full strength. Oh boy. We may have a wee bit of a problem. Just a wee one, but one nonetheless. Because my team was not... Like, I know before I started it, I joked, the DIOSCURI aren't here, right? But I didn't really think they'd actually be here. So we might have a problem. Do I pop these with the debuff success rate on? Actually, let's use... Oh, that won't get rid of it, though. It's 6. Okay, which way to turn? We'll hit him with this, so the Roman traits on them. Nice. Thank you, Adele and Macarios. You the greatest. No, you cannot, Noble Phantasm. Ideally. But when do things ever go the ideal way?
Oh, there goes Ibuki.
And Jean is almost dead? Well, that's not great. I'm gonna... Actually, hang on. Let's see if this stun hits. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Okay. Nice, remove debuff, okay. She's an attack, right? Yeah, okay. So we'll use this, lower their defense a little bit. Didn't hit, god dang it. Damn. Damn. Okay,
try and get as much
とっておきのクルーズを
damage out as we can.
我が祈りをここに落葉に郷愁を大芸に典型を無垢なる天使を海に来たれでオセアンダレグレス
We're not killing them, are we? Yeah, there's no chance. Unless this does like a bajillion more damage than I'm pretty sure it will.
木に富を築き上げた欲望の末路である
Crit? Yes! Who needs a properly set up team when you have Draco?
ルーラー時代
Who needs it? Not I, said the fly.
ささらをも
黙りなさい。
目障り
I don't know how that worked, but okay. Yeah, sometimes the attacks just don't make sense. Like, how did that tiny Iron Maiden somehow do damage to, who knows?
ささらをもて毒にはいら
All that matters is that it worked. We don't need to stress the details.
浅い。
Ow.
胃にもたれる
浅い。
So rude. Yeah, I'm glad that was up. Otherwise, that would have been an interesting turn. By interesting, I mean horrible.
平らげようかま、三つ星程度だな
浅い。封印指定の執行に比べればこの程度。
That wasn't so bad. Actually, was pretty easy. All things considered. And of course, saber monuments. I guess I need those, I suppose. Yeah, how you like that, DIOSCURI? Insolent worms.
Don't bother fighting back, humans. You'll never escape death at my brother's hands. The DIOSCURI are still alive and well. Our current fighting forces just can't beat them.
God, my eyes. It's like looking into the sun. Why are y'all being so pessimistic? Think happy thoughts. I don't know if they're actually moving at light speed or not, but I do know both their sword and discus are really freaking fast.
Mash is doing a great job defending against them.
Canis' spear play is as sharp as it's ever been. And despite his injuries, Emperor Caligula's fists haven't slowed down. Berserker's gotta berserk, I guess.
Still, the way things are going, it's only a matter of time until one of us gives up the ghost.
I might just have to sacrifice one of my swords after all. Woot! Oh?
That trick again?
Oh yes, of course it won't work. Not against the mighty gods of Olympus. But just to be safe, allow me to use my sorcery to negate it.
Yeah, better safe than sorry, I guess.
What? Did you just did you just drown out the waves jamming the god-made ley line?
Drown out the waves jamming?
Oh yes, I did. And while I'm at it, I think I'll rid us of this divine bird's intrusions once for all.
No! Ah, Minerva.
As you can see, I have some facility with the destruction of machines. Allow me to demonstrate by ending the combined gods of knowledge in the forge here and now.
Will Zeus be happy about that?
Good. My brain is being eroded. Oh! What did you do to me? Why exactly what you think I've done? Machines, no matter the time or place of origin, have always been vulnerable to bugs, and you are no exception. He gave him a virus, gave him an STD. Bugs. I see they transform your pulsating magical energy itself into spells. Narg. So even though my true self is formless data, they're still able to eat away at me.
Call your bugs off him, Limbo. I don't think he'll do that. I don't, I have a feeling he's not gonna do that. Activating Mystic Code.
What a shame. But then it's hardly surprised that may be enough to let you work through simplistic karma without resorting to a command spell. But against Shikigami insects filled to the brim with curses and blight, one of your mystic codes may as well be a gentle breeze.
What do you think you're doing, God from a foreign land? Stop it before you kill him. Surely you must know that Zeus considers him to be essential for Olympus's welfare. So why are you doing this? Oh, Europa, come back. You just stay behind us where it's safe.
Aha. You moronic mother. Why would you put yourself in immediate harm's way? Why?
To goad you into a vulnerable position, oh cruel and beautiful queen. Obviously. Now then, if you'll kindly excuse us.
Europa!
No, don't worry, I won't kill her here. My job is strictly to bring the traitorous queen back to face justice. I'll leave the rest of these villains to you, DIOSCURI, guiding gods of light that you are.
I can't wait to kill you.
Shield Maiden, Mash Kirillite. Remember your last gift. May Athena's protection be with you.
Ooh. Gross.
Europa! Limbo's magical energy signal is finished. I'm not seeing Europa's signal anywhere in her vicinity either.
He got away? How'd that piece of shit jester just pull that off?
He appeared to be using some manner of instantaneous travel. Although such a thing shouldn't even be possible with existing magecraft. Perhaps it's some unique ability, unique to the foreign gods' disciples. Or a kind of spell still unknown to us. Or alternatively, it could be a form of an Eastern technique, Jinsokutsu.
Worry not, you'll never need to know. For what use would such knowledge be to corpses?
Dad, he's got a point! Right, you are, big brother. Come on, let's kill them all here and now.
Yeah, we're not gonna let you do that. Ideally, probably. Alright. I doubt we're gonna kill the DIOSCURI here. Unless there are 4 sections and not 5 like I assumed. I assume they're gonna be stronger. So yeah, I'll bring... Oh, Mash, why? Alright, Tiamat, you can come out. Yeah, put her in front. Let me bring Sei along. What? That's not what I wanted. Let's do that.
And I guess we can also bring 4-star. Eke out every last goddamn bond point. Alright. Start. So this is where your so-called god destroyer pests have been hiding. I suspected you worms might have been laying low in Hades' domain. But I still can't quite believe you were truly lurking in the underground infrastructure all this time. I doubt you've only restricted yourselves to Hephaestus' workshop either. I expect you were able to rendezvous so easily because...
We must all be underground dwellers. The people of Olympus are meant to live in designated above-ground areas, where they can enjoy the light of the sun and the twinkling of the stars. With this underground infrastructure, Tartarus, to use its proper name, is a place of darkness created solely for resource distribution. It is no place for the living.
Right you are, little sister. Tartarus is made up of parts from the old gods defeated during the Titanomachia, magical energy from the Gigantes defeated during the Gigantomachia, and the remains of the losers of the Olympiomachia. In other words, the underground is no more than a land of death and darkness, where only the dead may roam freely. And you humans, imbeciles that you are, decided to hide away here, even while you still live.
Death can be the only price for this transgression, big brother.
And I'm sure he'd agree, yeah? Right you are, little sister. This will be no execution and no administration of a divine justice. We are merely exterminating vermin.
Yes, big brother.
Vermin? Vermin? I heard that. Did you just call us vermin, DIOSCURI?
You're damn right I did. You humans are always weak and foolish, but once you chose to not only resist the gods, but openly revolt against them, you ceased to be citizens of Olympus. Now you're nothing more than disgusting insects. Yes, that's it. I always thought you pathetic god destroyers reminded me of something whenever I killed one of you. And now I see what it is. Insects. Nothing more than pests. Squash one and another one pops up in its place. Ha ha ha! I finally figured it out. Insects. That's exactly what you lot are.
It's not a very elegant comparison, big brother, but it is an accurate one. You make me sick. Was that directed at me, human girl? Ooh. Yes, it was, Pollux. All you ever do is compliment your brother or agree with him. You don't have a single original thought in your head. Ooh, get her ass! Oh no, she didn't. When you truly care for someone, you don't just stand by when they're making a mistake, like your brother is. Gods may have dominion over humans, but they don't just go around killing them out of spite. No, that's just the sort of thing.
Hey, yeah. Gemini's Castor was originally...
Alright, Senpai, Castor of the Gemini.
A constellation is said to have been human.
We do know for certain that the gods known as DIOSCURI were originally twins in ancient times. But over time, as they became part of Greek mythology, they changed.
Pollux, the younger brother, was an immortal son of Zeus, while the older brother, Castor, was completely human. The truth, DIOSCURI, of your motives for all the atrocities and murders you've committed, including your brutal slaughter of the God Destroyer Alliance's membership, is really quite simple. Your orders from Zeus represented an excellent excuse, but you simply hate human beings.
Huh? That's what this is all about? Stop it.
I can't believe it. Are you kidding me? Look me in the eye and answer me, DIOSCURI. Did you really kill our comrades? Our father, our mother? Over some stupid, petty, ancient grudge?
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Shut up, vermin. You're in the presence of gods.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
Loathsome humans. You frail, pathetic things can barely even survive without us gods there to guide you. Yet despite your weakness, you still somehow drag us down, changing us amidst the passage of eternity. It was you humans' damn faith, your belief, that turned me into one of you in proper human history. And if that weren't bad enough, you also degraded my beloved sister, turning her into a mere demigod.
Big brother.
It was humanity's fault, all of it. You're so weak that you cower, shivering in the darkness, yet you won't cease your revolting breeding. You continue to advance, to flourish. And then in your unparalleled insolence, you name yourselves rulers of Earth. Are the gods supposed to ignore this transgression? Should we forgive this incredible sin? No, absolutely not.
That's the reason you killed our friends? Our family?
Contemptuous fool. That alone is more than enough reason to kill every last one of your misbegotten species. In fact, you should be down on your knees thanking me for my graciousness and only killing those of you who have turned your backs on Father. Go on, praise my benevolence and I will give you the mercy of a swift death.
No. No, we won't be doing any of that. We're not going to die here today, and we'll never let you two kill us. You. How dare you defy my brother?
Well, what do you know? Now it all makes sense. Guess old Kashtaria has one hell of a sadistic streak. So these little blonde shitheads hate humans with a passion, huh? Guess that explains a lot. To be honest, up until now, I never could figure out why you bastards killed me back in Atlantis. Turns out the answer was pretty simple. Truth is, you were jealous of me for becoming a divine spirit and getting my hands on Poseidon's holy weapon. Ain't that right, Mr. Destined to end up a weak-ass human castor?
Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up!
Is she wrong, though? One more word insulting my brother and you'll live just long enough to regret it, pitiful human. I don't think we'll regret anything. Especially not her.
Huh. See, that right there is why you idiots keep being taken advantage of. That's how I ended up free enough to turn down the winning team and side with
These Chaldea dipshits.
You think Ashtaria trusts you implicitly, huh? Well, I guess you're not wrong.
Because he definitely trusts you to keep you to your absurd hatreds like the drooling morons you are.
We've heard enough, big brother. Nothing more need be said.
All that's left to do is to kill every last one of them.
Pollux.
We are the DIOSCURI, the twin gods.
Their light may normally serve as a guiding beacon. For you lot, it will be an inescapable blade of death punishing you for your sins.
Mashu.
Keep them safe. Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Understood. I'm ready, Master. Preparing to engage in anti-divinity combat.
Oh, we baited them into being in a rage. Maybe we will kill them here. And it won't go 5 sections like I thought. 2 break bars. Definitely seems like a final fight. Immobilize immune, huh? We can't cheese them, I guess. Alright. Let's bring the Draco out. No Roman trait as of yet. Mash if you would draw their fire. Alright, I should see what that does. Temporary Aegis, the shield. That quite fitting, actually. Gain resistance to all attacks and decrease damage taken. Okay. I'll take that.
ええ金を持って皿を持ってリースホーリーレイ
There's no stunning them, so we just have to tank. Not a great.
私のイルカは勇敢ですよ内緒ですよええはい光をひそやかに
Another crit? Nice! Yeah, keep hitting them. Keep hitting them, Adele and Macarios. I'm counting on it.
これぞ獣のシャチ見せてやる黄金さ酒金を持って
With any luck, this might...
う
If
まい
this crits, we have a okay, yeah, we should break the break bar. Nice. That was a fast break.
特別ですよ導いてさ
Ow.
神格接続
That's gonna hurt.
力光我らこそ
Okay. I was gonna say, please go for mash. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Well, I mean, not perfect. Could be more perfect, but... You know, good enough. Yeah, we'll do Mold
以
Camelot,
前のようにはいきません
Big
か
Bonus Area,
抱える欲望を見せ
Buster
皿を持って神明凍結展開これは多くの道多くの願いを受けた幻想の城こうせよモールドキャメロット
I should do like 100k
我が
probably
指となるがよ
between the Roman Trade
平ら
and
げよ
slight overcharge. Over 100k, like 130? 172. Oh, damn, even better.
ごめんなさい
Alright, Max is gone, it's fine. Okay. I'll stay for evade till next turn.
酒を持って
Just have Draco.
どうし
Alright, it's gonna be some overgauge, but that's alright.
あがけ
Free crit
特
stars.
別ですよ導いてさ
Go for anyone but
我らはここに
Draco.
降り立たんディオスクレス良い味だうまくいかなかったようだな
Oh well. We may... Yeah, we may end up needing to use command spells to restock
どうや
the team. Yeah, sure. Okay. Instead of using that, I'm just gonna do a full...
チクラウ
Say combo. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the good stuff right there. Unfortunately, both of the archers are AoE, so I'm not gonna do a ton.
頑張ってね
But anything,
私のイルカは勇敢ですよごめんね
anything helps.
とっておきのクルーズをハイド展開我が祈りをここに落葉に郷愁を大芸に典型を無垢なる天使を海に
Okay,
来
that's
たれ
still pretty decent damage. I'm pretty sure Jean is AoE? I think she
キラ
was.
キラしきものとき
Yeah,
め
I'm
く
pretty
も
sure.
の身は朽ちるとも永遠にあり永遠無休エモーショナルエンジンフルトライ
Yeah.
リースホーリーレイ特別ですよ導いてさ
Oh god, evade, really? Okay, someone's gonna die. Unless I can... I might be able to do enough... Actually, yeah, full combo... Yeah, no, we win. We win, no.
リースホーリーレイ光よ
Oh, wait, no, the evade.
ひとやかに
Sorry, I don't... Sorry,
死
okay.
よこのバカンス
Context, I
を
woke
捧
up
げます
at 1 a.m. and I've been awake since. I've slept like 2.5 hours total. So I'm like,
ディオスクレス
I'm all over the place. Hence why this is gonna be a short one, because I'm gonna go sleep immediately after this.
ふざけたつもり
Ow.
ないんだけど
Alright, Jean, as long as you live. We're good. Again, you can do another
眩しいですはいえ
full combo, okay.
えリースホーリーレイ光よひとやかに
Man, I kinda want Summer Jean.
死よこのバカンスを捧げます
She has a banner soon.
封印指定の執行に比べれ
Kinda want her.
ばこの程度
But I also shouldn't. I know I shouldn't. Oh. Or should I? No. Alright. Ooh, Hearts of the Foreign God, huh? I'll take those. Alright, well, they didn't die. It looked like. So it looks like they'll last into another section, more than likely. Oh, bust out Mold Camelot here and now. Or was that just the showing like the power of Aegis? Probably.
Oh no, you don't.
That rigidity, that immobility, it can't be. The light radiating from your shield, is that...
Athena's protection, the Aegis.
Uh-huh.
Impossible, now that Odysseus is gone, the Aegis should no longer exist in this lost belt.
Indeed, that is not the true Aegis. But by extracting and purifying Athena's Theos Clarinomia, Nike Sophia, her final authority of victory, I was able to change it into a form suitable for ingestion. And mixed it in with Queen Europa's cooking. And that's not all. Heroic, or rather divine spirit Canis. I know this may be overstepping my bounds, but I took the liberty of tweaking your spirit origin a bit, so as to better synchronize with Poseidon's authority. Forgive me, exalted tyrant. Yeah, she'll kill you after this. Probably. Or maybe not? She's like, I hate being more in tune with Poseidon, but like, god damn it, you're letting me hold my ground against the DIOSCURI, so fuck you. I won't kill ya.
How the hell am I supposed to complain to a guy who's already dead, you idiot? So I'll save that shit for later. Meanwhile, I'll just help myself to every last bit of that asshole god's vortex power. Huh. Get ready, you little shits. Now that my spear is sharper than ever. Canis is unleashed. Now I'm gonna pay you back for what you did to me in Atlantis and for your pathetic whiny grudge. 1,000 times over.
Is that Poseidon's trident I'm sensing? She must have raised her spiritual rank. Be careful, big brother.
Humans. Stupid, pathetic, insignificant humans! What use could the likes of you have for a divine artifact? Killing a god will forever be beyond your means. Have at you, human scum. I am the god of light. I will tear you to pieces and scatter you to the winds.
Let's do this thing.
I'll follow your lead.
Same. Looks like we've got one more shot at victory.
Fine by me. Let's make the most of it.
Now we've got Athena's Aegis and a spear that's been imbued with the power of Poseidon's trident. Between an invincible shield and an unparalleled spear, we should be able to take them both out simultaneously.
Get ready, DIOSCURI.
I'm taking both of your heads as soon as I get the chance. Is he gonna be done fully in cutscene? Good.
Big brother.
This ends now. I already know exactly what to do to kill both humans and heroic spirits alike. Oh yeah, what's that, huh? Go for their master? You just looked my way.
What?
Senpai! Ha ha ha. This got me by the head. I can't even move. Nobody move. On second thought, I take that back. Move if you like. Just know that if you do, I'll use my light speed to rip her spine clean out through her neck. Oh! Oh, good. No one move, please. Please. Does Canis care, though?
Well done, big brother.
I'm so impressed that you keenly ascertained the enemy's key weakness even in the midst of this tumultuous battle.
I was looking for a chance to take her head myself,
But the little Aegis girl was irritatingly consistent about protecting her. Ha ha ha. It was nothing, little sister. After all, this is far from my first time killing humans. It's always the same with them. First they stupidly commit to fighting, then they die while trying to protect the weak. Once you zero in on a target, there's nothing they can do against their light speed.
Big brother, you're bleeding from your mouth.
Oh?
Oh no, please tell me you didn't use your authority to move faster than light. Have you forgotten that we're not only divine spirits, not proper gods? Making true use of our authority could destroy our entire spirit core.
Well, only using it for half a second to get behind us and grab us. You know, it's probably fine. Huh. A little blood is nothing to me. If you push yourself beyond your limits, you'll only make things worse for yourself. How dare you? My bad. Let's see if you're still as mouthy as after I've torn your head off. I'm sorry, my bad.
Senpai! Don't move.
Hold it. You just moved, didn't you? Then it seems only to give you a fitting punishment, shield girl. Use that great shield of yours to cut off your own head, and I may just spare this woman's life. Mash! Mash, don't do it! Don't do it! DIOSCURI! Oh? Eh? Huh? What? What was that? What was that, human? That power I just felt from your head. Was what? No, it couldn't be. The power to kill a god? What? What?
Huh?
You. It was you. That black light that killed Demeter and Aphrodite. But most of that power comes from the Black Barrel, not us. Like, I get what they're saying. Like, yeah, we power the Black Barrel with our command spell and stamina and whatnot, but I feel like the Black Barrel's doing most of the heavy lifting in that regard. Okay. Maybe the recourse for him. Maybe. That black light that killed Demeter and Aphrodite. The vile god-killing weapon that shouldn't exist. You're its ammunition. Damn you, proper human history.
Big brother, why did you let go of her?
Yeah, shouldn't he have taken that opportunity to rip our head off or our spine? Why did... Unless he thinks coming into contact with our blood maybe would kill him? Maybe he's mistaken about how it works? I don't...
Canis.
Oh! Gah!
Big brother. Senpai.
Mash. My eggplant.
Senpai is safe. The rest of you, please take it from here.
Take him down, twins.
Oh? Huh?
Death to mine enemies, Hades.
What?
Let the blade of bravery shine forth, Athena.
Are those special mystic codes? No. They're using some form of magecraft. And since they were calling out the names of gods, they must be using Age of Gods magecraft that makes use of divine spirit power.
Rah!
Damn you, humans! So... How did Canis know they could do... What? Okay, okay. I'm sure it'll get explained afterwards, but where'd this come from, and how did Canis know about it? Probably charging up the comment off screen the whole time. Probably, I guess. Damn you, humans! What could you be hoping to achieve by allying yourselves with these revolting people from proper human history? Even if their help does enable your foolish rebellion against the gods to succeed, there'll be nothing waiting for you afterwards. Yeah, they know that.
Even if that's true.
We're just not going to let this end here. We refuse to let this be our final resting place.
No matter how many times we're made to submit to the god's power, at least we can keep shouting this isn't over yet.
We may just be humans, not gods. We can at least do that.
Even if the heavens we seek are impossibly far away, we'll still never stop saying it.
This isn't over yet.
Oh. One of them lived.
Then I'll ask you this.
Tell me, Alliance woman.
Why do you not stop your brother? Surely you both know this path you're on leads. Death.
Yes, death. From this point on, no matter what you do, you'll die.
Either we gods will tear you to pieces, or you'll be destroyed along with this lost belt. So then why? Why do you two? Because both my brother and I believe that a real tomorrow would be far would be far better than an endless today.
What a joke. Now that Hades is gone, and there's no one left to ensure the souls of the dead find new lives, death is truly the end. Don't you see that? I mean, yeah, sure. But... I mean, would it matter anyway? Because if this lost belt... Assuming even if Hades was still alive, if this lost belt lost, he would also die. and so it'd be moot nonetheless. So I don't really see what your point is.
Yeah, we see it. But even so, we want to finally see a tomorrow that's different than yesterday. Big brother. The two enemy servants' magical energy is rapidly vanishing. They're about to disappear. Hi. The Dioscuri certainly had a tough spirit origin, but it seems our attacks finally reached their divine core.
Behold what has transpired here. You both said it was impossible, but it was none other than humans of Olympus who shattered your divine core. So it would seem. Very well then, humans, keep pushing your luck. Go ahead and forge your path to a future where only despair awaits. And know that it will never be anything more than a single step, right into a dead end.
I'm a bit sad that Pollux's only real personality here in This Lost Bell was agreeing with whatever her brother said. Like, that's like Adele literally pointed it out. Like, she literally wasn't really her own character. She only served to, like, enable Castor, and I don't know, it's weird. I imagine the events they appear in, she's more of her own character, I'd hope.
Be that as it may. I still don't want to live in a world where every day is like the one that came before.
Me, who's basically living that for the last 5 years. I should probably change that, huh? It's shocking that in the duo character, the authors focus more on the male than the waifu. I mean, not even I didn't even necessarily want them to focus more on her. Just like be more equal in having their own personality. As is, it's like 90% to Castor and 10% to Pollux, with the rest of her being just agreeing with him. I don't know.
We still want to see you new tomorrow.
I can't blame you there, Macarios. Alright, Zeus, it's just you, pretty much. And Wodime. Zeus and Wodime.
And there you have it. The Dioscuri have vanished and Prometheus and Hephaestus have completely shut down. But Cowdy is still alive and well, along with the two God Destroyer Alliance members. Oh, and Candace is still working with them too. She must be pretty peeved at you for forsaking her.
Yes, I suppose he would be. I cannot blame him for feeling that way either.
I don't know why I'm doing that for what I'm... Of course, I can imagine an apology for me would be met with anything other than a demand that I shut up.
That's it? You're a lot less bothered by this than I expected.
I do feel bad for what happened to the Dioscuri, though. I wish I'd been able to better get through to them.
Huh? What do you mean? I thought you and the Dioscuri got along swimmingly.
We may have gotten along, but we never truly understood one another. They hated humans too much for that. I told them I was going to make a new age of gods and even revealed my friendship with Zeus. But they simply weren't able to discern what it is I seek. And for my part, I wasn't prepared to face the full extent of their hatred. You know, perhaps Ritsuka would have done a better job than me of getting to the heart of their weakness, being their hatred for humans.
Maybe?
But the Dioscuri worshipped the ground Zeus walked on. As his friend, didn't they look up to you? Didn't they look up to you as well?
That's different. They never got as far as forgiving humans. They only accepted me because Zeus did. You know, now that I think about it, I wish I hadn't fought them in front of Zeus.
I doubt things would have turned out this way if they hadn't had Zeus acting as judge in the background.
Hey, what's done is done. You can't expect anything and everything to go perfectly, even for you. So let's just forget the past and focus on the present. With Canis and DIOSCURI gone, you've lost almost every soldier at your command. Are you sure you're in good enough shape for the endgame? Now that Zeus has lost Demeter and Aphrodite, you won't hesitate to use the Tree of Emptiness. We both know Tree of Emptiness Magellan is currently the single biggest pool of magical energy on this entire planet. But us Cryptos are supposed to be the ones to use it. We can't let Zeus get his hands on it first. And that means when the chips are down, your alliance with Zeus will fall apart. So doesn't that mean your greatest adversary isn't Chaldea, but Zeus protecting the Tree of Emptiness?
Oh, I wouldn't put it that way. My greatest adversary certainly continues to be Chaldea. That's why I used up one of the last 2 times they planned to personally fight on them. It's a shame how that battle turned out. Ritsuga was just too amped up to think straight. If she had held her ground as resolutely as I heard she did in the Temple of Time. Go on. It would have been a much closer call for me. So you just wanted more of a challenge. The truth is, in practice, there wasn't much difference between Ritsuka's and my combat capabilities. You mean... you mean personally? Like, one on you versus her? I think there is quite a bit of difference. But... I don't know. Our various exploits to date have proven that beyond a shadow of a doubt.
I'm still a lot more scared of you and your ability to say so. It shows you know how easily you got the upper hand.
If you say so. At any rate, whether or not we have a rematch is entirely up to them. I've already promised Zeus that I would fight him last. It's even part of our contract.
Huh?
You see, a rematch to decide the fate of this world of gods. Was his condition for cooperating. Rather heartwarming, isn't it? I guess not even the king of the gods could permit a loss to stand.
Huh, that's a surprise. I never would have thought the great and almighty Zeus would have such, well, human motivations.
Of course he would. No one lacking that quality would take on the task of being the god who leads humanity. Which is why I pity him for the decision he's about to have to make. Namely, the choice of what to do about Queen Europa and her betrayal of Olympus. Yeah, because like she said, he probably does actually care about her and love her. But he also has to make an example of what happens when you betray. Why am I feeling bad for Zeus? No, I feel bad for... hey, hang on. For a brief moment there, they tricked me into feeling bad for Zeus. No. But with any luck, he hopefully won't end up killing Europa. Maybe he'll just imprison her. But that's probably asking for too much, huh? Probably unlikely, to happen. Sorry, is a great orator, I guess. Yeah, he got me for a second. I was like, oh man, Zeus has to kill, like, wait, no, he's killing his wife. Or maybe killing his wife. Like, I can't feel bad for that. Hang on a minute. But, you know, like I said, it's gonna be a bit of a shorter one. But I mean, it works out because we finished out the DIOSCURI section. So that way next time we can start from the beginning. I am the thunder that smites the stars. Or smites stars, not the stars. I imagine Zeus's will probably be...
His will have to be 5 sections, right? There's no way he gets cut short at like 4. His will probably be a full 5, and then Kushtaria will be the last 4. Or something along those lines. But you know, honestly, that's actually quite a bit that happened in just those 2 sections. Between beating DIOSCURI, getting the Grand Summon article, Muramasa, I guess not letting us. I mean, he kind of let us go. Like, how else would you really describe what happened there? Limbo, yeah, there was a lot. This is when Europa was added, right? Or was she added earlier as like a? I feel like I remember someone saying she was added before this, but I don't remember. But if this is when she was added, I would have to imagine they wouldn't kill her off without letting us use her at least a few times. One would think, at least, but I don't know. Again, I'm not entirely sure if this was when she was added. I don't remember. I'm sure someone said something about it at one point, but I don't know. But yeah, she was dropped with them. Yeah. Because Odysseus wasn't ready, right? So yeah, we have to be able to use her at least a few times. So yeah, there's no way she's gonna die off screen, or I guess on screen, but like in a cutscene, I guess. There's no way. I hope. I would hope. Yeah, anyway, this will probably be continued on, man. I should play more Type Lumina, but I kind of want to finish out Olympus before doing more Type Lumina. Is that bad? That's probably bad, but I kind of want to. I'll probably do more of this on Tuesday. And I'll try and finish Olympus next week. And then we'll hop back into TL. Because I want to get Olympus done, so that way I can do the Dancing Dragon Castle event without worries. And then after TL and the Dragon Castle event's done, I can hop straight into Imaginary Scramble. Because I have till the 5th of July, I think. I think the 5th is when the anniversary starts. Going off previous years and how it usually starts on a Sunday, I would assume the 5th of July is when it should start. So that should be plenty of time to get through Imaginary Scramble and Heian-kyo both, to then, so I can start LB6 to get the temp master missions for clearing main story nodes, main act nodes, I think. Should be plenty of time. I don't know, we just have to feel it out, so to speak. Scramble and Heian together, just slightly longer than Olympus. So yeah, probably like 12 streams total between them. And that'll probably be 6 streams for me to do
Dancing Dragon Castle. Yeah, we should just barely make it, I think. Just barely. But yeah. I also crunched the numbers. I should, by the time Space Ereshkigal comes up, I should have almost 400 Saint Courts to work with. Assuming I don't spend any between now and then. Assuming. You know, that's a big assumption, but assuming that's the case, I should have nearly 400. Like 360 or something. I did the math. Well, that's including the anniversary Saint Courts as well. They get from all the added master missions and whatnot. But yeah, so we should be on a pretty good pace to hopefully get Ereshkigal. Hopefully. But unless I get as boned as I did with Tonalico, Ash, Morgan, whatever you want to call her, if I get as boned as I did with her, then it could happen. It could. I hope it doesn't happen, but it could. But anyway, I'm gonna quit rambling. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Thanks for watching, and yeah, members tomorrow, and then Tuesday continue Olympus and get into the Zeus portion. So yeah, I'll catch you later. Peace.